Let's talk science with Professor Peck. Today we join Holly and Professor Peck while they sit down for dinner.
This is really yummy. Do you want some of my chicken?
No, thank you, I'm fine. I don't eat chicken.
Why? Don't you like chicken?
No, it's not that. I'm a vegetarian.
A what?
A vegetarian. I don't believe in the slaughtering of animals for food, so I don't eat anything that was once a living animal.
But my mum says that we're supposed to eat meat, that it's just part of the circle of life, because other animals eat other animals, so why don't you eat meat?
Well, it is a bit complicated. There are lots of different reasons, but I first decided not to eat meat when I went to an industrial farm a few years ago.
Oh, I love farms. You get to see all the little baby animals.
You definitely wouldn't like this type of farm.
When I went to the industrial farm, I saw the conditions in which the animals lived, and it was terrible. The farm kept pigs for sausages, bacon and pork meat. The pigs were all crammed into a giant shed. They were never allowed to go outside. The floor was concrete, and there was no straw or bedding for them to sleep in. Piglets were taken away from their mothers when they were just a few weeks old and put into these giant sheds and left to fend for themselves. The shed wasn't cleaned properly, which meant that the pigs were walking around in their own feces. Because of this, there was an infestation of flies and disease. The sick pigs weren't given medicine and were just left to die. And the problem doesn't just stop with pigs. The majority of meat sold in the UK comes from industrial farms.
I saw all the pain and suffering involved in the production process. And I decided I didn't want to be part of that anymore.
That's so horrible. How can anybody keep animals like that? Not all farms are like that, are they? My mum says that all the meat we get is organic.
You mean organic? And yes, that is true. You can get meat from sources that keep the animals in much better conditions. These meat products will often have a free range or organic label. However, even eating these higher welfare sources of meat can still contribute to suffering.
What kind of suffering?
1 in 8 people are undernourished. And the money spent on meat could feed 4 times more people. To produce meat, you first need to feed the animal and then feed yourself. This wastes food and energy. This is not only negative economically, but it is also bad for the environment. Producing and transporting meat uses water, land, and oil that could be used for other purposes. It is harmful as it also pollutes water, contaminates land, reduces the variety of different species, and increases the emission of greenhouse gases that we talked about last week. In fact, meat production represents 15% of all human-induced emissions, more than cars, planes, and trains combined. 40% of those emissions come from methane, which ruminant animals produce as part of their digestive process. That is because animals like cows burp a lot. The rest, 45%, comes from producing, processing, and transporting their food, and 10% from the gases given off when the animal feces are processed into manure, and the remainder is attributable to the processing and transportation of animal products.
But don't we need meat to be healthy? My mum says that it contains lots of essential vitamins and minerals that I need to grow bigger and stronger. She never lets me leave the table without finishing it all up.
Nutrients that meat and fish can provide can easily be replaced by other types of food. And what is more, meat can contain a lot of bad things for you too. It has been shown that people who are vegetarian are less likely to suffer from obesity, coronary heart disease, high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, and cancer. This is because meat contains a lot of saturated fats. Animals are also causing the spread of diseases to humans, such as mad cow disease, swine flu, and bird flu. This disease can be spread quickly through the animals that you eat. So in fact, not only do you not need to eat meat to be healthy, but it can be a cause of many different diseases among humans. Because of all these reasons, I choose not to eat meat. I hope that now you will understand my reasons for doing so.
But After all you said, I don't want my chicken anymore. I want to be a vegetarian too.